Hello, this is Stuart Seipel again, the organist at St. Mary's Star of the Sea and Holy Savior Church in Ocean City, Maryland. This is a tutorial for the congregation to learn the hymn, Guide Me, O Thou Great Redeemer, with the tune Cwm Rhondda. Some may have heard the title as Guide Me, O Thou Great Jehovah. This is the OCP hymnal version, so there are a couple textual alterations, but the same music nonetheless. So what I'll do is talk through this first so you get an idea of how this is put together, and then we'll play through it and sing through it a couple times so that you can get comfortable with the tune and how the text fits with them. So in this hymn, I have an article that I wrote that'll be in the bulletin talking a little bit about where the hymn comes from and how it's put together. It's a Welsh hymn tune, and in this case we have an opening phrase of music. So that opening phrase, which is kind of in two parts, first we have and that takes the first phrase. The second part of that is and the reason I split it up that way, because then when we get to the second phrase of music, we use that first half again, but the second half changes to so let's take a look at those first two lines of music here. We start off with basically stepwise. We skip up, then we're doing some more stepwise motion. Then what happens in the second half of the phrase, we're skipping down almost to make a chord. It's making a D minor chord, leaping back up and then filling in those spaces. Now that's something I've mentioned before when we talk about melodic construction. Many times when you have some stepping or a leap, the melody then goes stepwise in the opposite direction to, in a sense, fill in the space that was created. And we see that in the first half of the phrase. So we see that we're stepping, we make this leap up 4 notes, and then we kind of step in there and kind of fill in that gap. And then we create this big leap and then come down and fill it in. Now the second part we do exactly the same as beginning. Here's that leap. Now the change comes here, we're stepping up. Then we're kind of skipping and we keep going. This time it doesn't really fill in. So that second half steps up, then skips. Now this last part, again, is in a couple different phrases here. First we get this little bit of music, and then that whole thing gets bumped up on one note. It doesn't modulate, it stays in the same key, but it's basically the same shape of a phrase. And then we get this final little section here where it steps down and then leaps back up. Then it does it again. And we kind of fill in and we end with steps. So let me play through the entire piece and talk through it so you can see how the movement of the notes fits the melody. So again, we start stepping, a leap, a little fill-in, then we're skipping down, leap up, and then we fill in, then we repeat the beginning. Now here's that change, and it finishes off there. Now here are those little segments, and then it bumps up one note, and we start up here and step down and return up to there, and then sort of the same. We skip and skip, and we finish just in stepwise. So let's try this now with the first phrase, the first line of this hymn with the text, "Guide me, O thou great Redeemer." So let me sing that through for you, and I will play the melody along. Guide me, O thou great Redeemer, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more. Now if we add that to the harmony, here we have, guide me, O thou great Redeemer, pilgrim in this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more. So I hope that gives you a good idea of how this hymn will sound, and it will give you something that you can practice with before we actually sing it. I think it's going to be on the 21st and 22nd that weekend, where we will introduce this hymn to the congregation.